Today
is November 28th. The hot stove is getting hot, but kind of not for the Yankees net. Yamamoto rumors. Let's do it. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steaming hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
And Joe's.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
and Gnome.
Hello and welcome to Talking Yanks. Already a treat if you're watching on the YouTube or however you're listening, because producer BBD is here. James, Disney with the fam, 2 kids. We're getting pictures.
That's work.
It's work, but there's a lot of big smiles, so we're happy for them. I'll be on vacay next week. Hello, a little different than Disney, adult Disney. And today we are joined by adult Disney himself, internet sensation, the Yankee fan that Yankee fans like to watch the Yankees. It's Joe's McFly.
How you doing, BBD?
I'm great.
Jake? Gnome? This Gnome is kind of like how I feel so far with the off season. Just can't see it.
You want it to start moving more.
I cannot stand MLB like all season because of how slow it moves, and it just feels so like drawn out and rumors and hey, this person might go here, It's like, bro, let's just get it moving. What's all this dancing around? Like, ask this person to the dance.
Right.
It's like prom. Whatever, dude. It's weird.
I guess we don't have to do this right now. We got some Yamamoto rumors, and I think we can.
Yes.
I think with you go through some more individual players and get kind of we'll call it Joe's McFly's hot stove, on some individual players.
Somebody's got to turn it on.
I remember when we went to our first winter meetings. Michael Kay, voice of the Yankees.
I was there.
I don't know if you were.
We're at our table, but
I don't know
maybe
if you were there.
We shared a bottle of wine.
That was second. We got in trouble for that. Michael Kay said something about like a free agency window. Do you want something like that?
Yeah.
But then I guess if something like that happened, like if they said, hey, November 12th through the 24th, you can sign free agents, there'd probably be a frenzy, but you'd also, if you're making a window, there'd be more dead periods.
I'm fine because I don't.
Because then you can turn off your brain. You're getting rumors every day, and you don't like that.
I like, you know what? Make it until like December 20th if you want. If you want to push it out even more, make it a month and a half if you want to do it. And then after that, you have the whole month of January and February. The conversation is now, okay, this is my team. This is what I'm setting up for.
Still trade and stuff, right?
Right. It's like you already know. You still have other free agents that I don't know how you would do it.
It would stink if you were a free agent and you didn't get signed in that first window.
The first window is where you could get the most money kind of thing. And then after that, it's like.
And what you're talking about is the reason it won't happen, because then all that would happen is the players lose money.
They'd be sad.
Nah. Just tell them, like, hey, I want to sign here.
Like everything, the top guys would be fine.
You just rate the top guys. These are the top guys. You guys got to sign them. If you sign them after that, you can't sign them after that, is basically what it is.
And we're Yankees fans, so
Figure
just sign the top guys anyways.
You would hope so.
You would hope so.
Soto.
When was the first time you said, can we talk Juan Soto? Was that the middle of 2021? Was that early 2021? I've been hearing you say Juan Soto's name for, I think, 2.5 years now.
It feels like forever. I think when I noticed we didn't have lefties. So it's been a while, guys. Like, I think I've been talking about it for a little while. So when I noticed it, I looked at the lineup and I was bewildered by the fact that a Yankee team with a short porch and right does not have lefties.
Right.
I mean,
Good lefties.
The famous
Yes.
Bryce Harper offseason, not to get there, but it was a talking point then that these Yankees they're a little right-handed now.
Yeah, a little right.
And that was before it was like a whole thing. It was like, oh, they could use like another like big lefty.
You know,
That was that offseason.
Gene Stick Michael used to talk about balance.
I like on base and left-handed hitting in Yankee Stadium.
All right, so there will be some of that. Let's get into some Yamamoto, because I don't know if we know where you stand on that, and we got some Yankees Mets rumors today, which could just be some
Sign 'em.
clicks going on. All of it's brought to you by our presenting sponsor, SeatGeek. Make sure you guys download the SeatGeek app. Go see something. Go see a play. Go enjoy your off season. Get away from the rumors. SeatGeek has 70,000 events every single day. What was the last concert you went to, Joes?
I think it was Karol G.
Carol
Carol-
G. You've
Karol
been
G.
a lifelong Carol G fan.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Karol G. And then I fell in love that night after I seen her dancing. Thank you, SeatGeek.
Use code YANKS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code YANKS. Click the link in the description. Download the app. Super easy to use. I use it. That's all you kind of need to hear. I think I'd say piece of housekeeping or new news from this morning. Yamamoto, who you're in on?
I'm in on Yamamoto.
Okay. Players from Japan, they get posted. 45-day posting period. He got posted, I think it was last Tuesday morning.
I believe,
week
yeah,
ago?
I believe so. Like, we're at a week.
Okay, so we're that would 38 days left till Yamamoto would have to sign in theory. And he just announced, and I kind of like this, that he's doing his initial meetings with teams via Zoom.
Cool.
Kind of like dating during COVID, like a little, hey, how are you? All right, you seem normal enough.
I think he's back in Japan, so hopping on, talking.
Yeah, he's chilling in Japan, so, late night meetings or early morning meetings, you got to line that up. And then he's not going to winter meetings, which BBD, Charlie Olive will be at. Go say hi. So I think basically his game plan is he's going to let teams dance it up. He's going to do some online dating for a little bit. Okay. And then he's going to come over, and whoever passes that test, he's going to meet with them in person. Now, I think the interesting thing there, timeline-wise, that BBD mentioned before the show is, winter meetings, they can start going. Last year's winter meetings were crazy. All the shortstops, Judgy, like pitchers, it hit that cool point of baseball where it felt like there was either an announcement every hour or you were still on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
So if that happens again, which the hot stove's been moving, or at least it has for the St. Louis Cardinals, Sonny Gray, Lance Lynn, Kyle Gibson.
Nice age.
Go check out Talkin Baseball. Sonny Gray's got a couple.
I like Sonny Gray.
Sonny's
good deal.
got-
That's a good deal for them.
He's got a
Both of them.
couple funny things that are coming out on this. I guess he's kind of saying he was a Cardinals fan. I don't know.
Trying to
I don't
remember
know.
where he's from.
He said he's wearing 54, and he's like, I'm the reverse Bob Gibson. I don't know what all that.
He's been 54 everywhere he's been besides the Yankees, too.
Right, and then I don't know. Either way,
He's trying to placate.
happy for the Cardinals. The question would be,
Tennessee, okay.
you'd like to think if Yamamoto is coming to the Yankees, that's a pretty big investment, right? 8,
Indeed.
9, 10 years, some people are rumoring.
Especially 10-year deal for a pitcher is just
Crazy.
unheard of. I mean, Garrett Cole didn't get that.
Doesn't
but
happen.
I would love Yamamoto because how often do 25-year-olds hit the market?
For just money.
Not a lot.
For just money. And, with this kind of ability and, I just, remember when Tanaka came over and how well he did and the fact that he even pitched with that partially torn, not that I'm saying that it'll happen with him, but he pitched with that, it showed grit. And I like that. Everything that I read from, Yamamoto, I like. Even pitch mix and all of that stuff. And I feel like you need that in the Bronx. Now, that's a lot to ask, right, of the Yanks after, investing in Garrett Cole, which, hey, that paid dividends. He won a Cy Young. And then Rodon.
No dividends yet.
No dividends yet. But you still invested there. And then what's going to happen with Nestor? Just recently got married.
Congrats.
So congrats.
Some fun picks, huh?
Yes, fun picks. A lot of swag. And then you have, your King showed you that you can do something, but the innings, there's going to be a restriction there.
Right.
So you need to add to the starting rotation. You just have to.
I guess the question would be if the hot stove starts rolling and teams are making their moves and the chips are going in, kind of like last year's free agency, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees could be putting themselves in a vulnerable spot depending how Yamamoto drags this out. Because the articles today are Yankees-Mets bidding war. Mets signed Senga last year, and that went really well. I saw an article today, Red Sox, because they've been looking for a true one. They signed Daisuke back in the day. They signed Yoshida last year.
Sure.
It's a thin free agency, and one of the youngest, most talented combined free agent pitchers is on the market. If that does get brought into, Christmas, January, it's already been nervous time for Yankee fans, but it's gonna get worse.
Well, as the Yankees, you got to make a tier list. Who do you want? At the top of it, if it's Yamamoto, then that's who it is. And at the end of the day, if he's at the top of other people's lists as well, it's going to slow down that starting pitching market anyway. So it's like other people could sign. Like you got Sonny Gray. I don't know if Snell would sign before him, depending on what deals he has. Right. They may be vying for the same kind of teams. We don't know. But I guess we got to wait for that first round of cuts from Yamamoto. And then we'll know who's going for what.
Are there any... The Yankees need a lot of talent. Jakey Analytics team.
Yes.
I've been saying that since about June. And I was hoping that something would happen. And it never happened. I don't know if you remember the trade deadline. They did... Doing nothing is crazy.
Doing nothing is indeed crazy.
They
can't do nothing again, and they know that.
So when we start talking free agents, it gets tricky for me because I think you're in a similar wavelength that, I think I was in probably a 10 percentile of Yankee fans that if they signed Sonny Gray, I was going to be kind of hype. I kind of,
really?
Yeah, I know. But the Yankees need so much. Sonny finished second to Cole in the Cy Young last year. And, give me a little redemption story. I thought they pulled the plug a little too quick on Sonny. I get the other side of the argument. But I'm saying that to show the Yankees need a lot. And there's some free agents like Cody Bellinger isn't necessarily a lock for anything necessarily. He plays really good defense. He's had very good years, very bad years. Hopefully the bad years for him were linked to his shoulder injury, and hopefully he's healthy now, and he had an awesome year for the Cubs. Go, Cody, go.
Belly.
Jolly Olive, Mets fan, was talking some gentleman's trash out there, and he said Jacoby Bellinger, and I was like, whoa, easy with that. Easy with that.
What's he trying to say with that? He's trying to say it's Ellsbury situation?
The Bellinger signing has more risk to it than a lot of other free agents. I guess if the Bellinger contract signs tomorrow, are you nervous? Are you team go, Cody, go? Or where do you land if, Fangraphs has him getting a 6 for 144?
It's different because you can't say Jacoby Ellsbury. The reason is because Ellsbury is primarily an outfielder, which is, what Bellinger does as well. But I think that he's going to translate to first eventually. And you could do that. And I think that Ellsbury was paid for his legs, and he got so many lower body injuries.
Yes.
Which, I mean, that doomed him, and then he disappeared off the face of the earth. And then I think Bellinger's different than that. So I'm with the whole situation of like Bellinger, just because if you do sign him to play left field or outfield for you as the Yanks, later on, Rizzo's not going to be here forever. You could translate him to first, and that can be like a natural flow of things. I think if you do sign Bellinger, though, I think you got to couple him with another outfielder that plays center field. In Lee, from Korea, which we talked about, or Kiermaier or something like that, but figure that out.
So I thought you were lining up for a Juan Soto joke there.
Well, listen, I'm ambitious. I would love to get Soto and, Bellinger and shit. Why not? But
I don't know, the other flip
I'd be blown
side.
away by that.
The other flip side, like Yankee-wise, they signed Bellinger to a 6-year deal tomorrow. One, just that April's going to be pretty important. He comes out with bad April. It's a bad time coming off Rodon signing a year ago. That hasn't gone well yet. And in a year when Soto's a free agent, forget trade for him now or not. Like, kind of rightfully so if you're the Yankees. Like, I hate to give them this, this olive branch, but if you have Bellinger on a 6-year deal and Judge on with 7 years left on his deal, they'd kind of be right to be like, well, we have those two guys. We don't need to pursue Juan Soto in free agency. I wish we could discuss these things fully in a vacuum.
Yankees need a 2009 kind of offseason. And doing that also relieves pressure from new free agents you bring in, because CC kind of struggled when he first started with the Yanks. But you had other people that were there as well, and A-Rod got hurt and, all of that stuff. And then they got going in May when A-Rod came back. But if you have a lot more, like, kind of you're spreading around the wealth, bro, like, you just have more of a chances to hit. Like, even if Bellinger does struggle in April, if you bring in, I don't know, a Soto or you bring in a Soto, I mean, I'm not saying that. A generational 25-year-old.
Yeah.
Why not?
8 months older than Austin Wells.
Oh, yeah.
Yamamoto, 2 25-year-olds?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't that open up, well...
Cody Yamamoto, baby!
That's his full name.
all the kids creating their makeup player, their road to the show.
Cody Yamamoto!
I like...
Belly's only 28.
Yeah.
He ain't old.
I like what you said there, Joe's, well, with Cody Yamamoto, but I also like when you were saying that, the 09 Yankees offseason, which I don't know if we're going to get. Like, I just being real, the Yankees paid Judge a ton of money last year and Rodon.
Yes.
So I don't see them having an 09 type of offseason, but I liked what you said about bringing in more guys to take the pressure off of others. Like Carlos Rodon as Garrett Cole's number 2 and Buddy next year, coming off the year he had.
That's probably why he was so frustrated toward the end of the year, man. Like, he probably feels like, yo, Cole's about to win a Cy Young, man. If I would have been healthy, which he's passionate like that. I love that. And that's probably why Matt Blake is like, whoa, dude.
Yeah. Just trying to talk out here,
just trying
man.
to help you. What happened?
Talking Yanks fan Matt Blake. I guess I know we need pitching. I know we need hitting. I guess I do like that aspect of almost taking it out of Rodon's hands and making him earn it. Like, even if Nestor comes to camp next year healthy, go like Cole, Nestor, Yamamoto.
You mean the spot in the role? He's in the rotation.
Rodon. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I kind of like the angle of being like, all right, here comes, Yankees opening day. Think about how dramatic we get about that sometimes. Oh, yeah. DJ didn't start opening day.
Yeah. What do you mean Giancarlo's resting?
Like, I kind of like being like, hey, all right, Rodon, you got game 4. And him being like, I'm supposed to be like 170 mil, like the guy.
We're skipping your start the first time around.
Man, I know Yamamoto is very easy to say because it's kind of like Yamamoto's name and Juan Soto's name.
Right.
And it's like the best option at each spot. So
the fact they're both 25. Like, think about all the conversations we've had about Cole's window and Judge's window.
That's another reason why I want... it doesn't have to be... You know what?
You've done it.
Yes. Bring in guys. Because you can't waste this Cole and Judge window on nothing. You need to bring in guys to help extend that window. My problem with the 2017 to like before Judge got paid window is that we didn't win there when Judge was cheap.
We did not win there. It's a great point.
We didn't.
Well, are there any, I guess kind of where I started and I want to bring it back to, are there any free agents that the Yankees need a ton of talent? This is what I was saying.
Yes.
Are there any free agents that you're looking at like, that's not the risk I want to take? Like, are you out on Snell at all? Are you out?
The only reason I'm out on Snell, it doesn't have to do with his ability. I think it has to do with more of his innings.
Sure.
I'm gonna need more innings out of try to get some more innings, especially with Mike King and what's gonna happen with the pen. The pen's been good, but I don't think the Yankees are gonna be spending a ton of money in pen. Like, there's no hater coming. So what's happening there? So the innings there kind of worry me. It's walks is also a problem with that, which Matt Blake can fix. He's fixed a walk or two.
Work on that. Maybe he doesn't need to. He won the Cy Young.
Right. Maybe. Well, you can always better your best. That's what Cole will tell you.
Nothing wrong with making a strength stronger.
Can always get better.
Yeah. Pinstripe stronger.
What, okay. What about someone like, this is someone who hasn't been on Yankee fans' radar.
Okay.
I guess.
Are you trading for Bregman?
I heard you saying that a lot yesterday.
I didn't say it. I just read it. I didn't say it.
The Houston Astros and Yankees are not trading for Alex Bregman. I can promise you that.
I read that online. I'm like, that's not happening.
They could trade him. It ain't.
I'm sorry.
The Gleyber Verdugo trade might happen before that happens.
Right? Where I was going was Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman is a free agent. He is an all-world defensive third baseman. The Yankees do not have a true starting third baseman.
He's gonna get. They haven't had.
He is right-handed.
Like A-Rod, in my opinion,
it's an interesting game.
He's right-handed.
He's right-handed, and some of his hitting stats.
It's a move that would kind of necessitate more moves, which I'm not against.
Right.
But
more moves is good.
We need more moves.
Need more moves.
The worry,
period.
The worry would be that move would happen and there wouldn't be more moves.
I don't like feeling like they have to do something kind of for the sake of doing it.
Right.
And then they've proven an ability to not do stuff.
That's true.
And run with their guys.
That's true. You think things change this year though?
We'll see what the audit turns in.
Yeah.
Well,
in a year.
Don't get me started on the audit.
I didn't know it was a year-long thing. I thought it was just the off-season.
And keep them around.
I thought it was like a 4-week thing.
And I thought it was about the team, not the other teams. Don't you want to know what's... That's like saying, I'm going to hire a plumber to check my neighbor's pipes.
Let me know what they're doing.
Let me know what they're doing.
Just a reminder, and I'm normally not this guy. In August, the end of August, we were told there's going to be an audit and like things are going to get real.
I was like, okay.
And all of us kind of assumed it was going to be an audit about the Yankees. And worst case scenario, done by the end of the World Series.
Right.
You figured they'd take in what's happening during the season at all.
Right.
Turns out it's an external audit of everyone else, and it's about a year long.
And it's not even called an audit.
I guess there's some amount of internal, but like it seemed like it was gonna be an audit like what Houston, the Orioles, some other teams like famously did. Obviously, the Yankees are never going to do their plan, which ended up being like bottom out for 4 years and collect top picks, and that's how you get your talent. The Yankees were never going to do that. I understand that. Don't want that.
No,
I don't want to. I don't really like rewarding that behavior either.
Right.
But
yeah, that's out.
But they're like not. It doesn't feel like they're planning to think very introspectively. Prove me wrong.
God.
Don't prove me right.
Just so much knocking upstairs.
Yeah, a lot of studio noise this time of year. Are there any deep cut players that you're looking for? I know you were on a Will Smith kick, the reliever, because he's
been winning. So.
Right.
But actually, there's something to that. It's not even. I mean, Will Smith is the joke or whatever because he won. But what I want vets on the bench that have won.
Okay.
You know, I want people that can come and maybe hit in spurts. And
vets on the bench who have won. Do you have names?
I have a name. I don't know if it'll happen.
You just started smiling in a way that makes me think this is not an attainable.
I want Michael Brantley.
I
don't know if...
I mean, you need real contingency plans. He would be one.
Right. He can hit forever, it feels like. But I don't know.
Like, obviously, the healthiest version of this Yankee team, yes, he'd be in a weird spot, hard to find him at bats. But, you know, the secret about baseball in general, and especially this Yankee team, is the at-bats will be there.
You will find at-bats on this team.
If you could get that guy.
Oh, yeah. But
I haven't put much thought into him. But
that have won, I think he's a guy. He's left-handed. He's a pro hitter. I need people that can be able to, like, kind of get that, like, hitting mantra. I want hitters on the team. People that have approach when they go at the plate. When I look at Michael Brantley approach the game, I feel like he has a plan when he goes up there.
He's under control.
Doesn't he have... I could have swore that I seen that he was either a free agent or there's an option.
He's a free agent. The counter argument.
Oh, you mean like he's under control when he's at the plate?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, I'm like team control.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
I'm looking at 2024.
He's under control at the plate. The counter argument to Brantley.
He gets hurt.
He's 36. He'll be
Yes.
37 in May. He played 15 regular season games last year, 64 the year before that.
Yes.
So,
that's the only
although
problem.
I hear what you're saying, and I would love to see Michael Brantley have a pros approach, be left-handed, play probably some games, DH some games, maybe some stretches he doesn't play, maybe other stretches he's playing a lot.
Yeah.
I get that. Man, there's a lot of risk there just with how the Yankees are built.
Yes.
Because how quickly does that turn to Stanton, Brantley are on the IL?
Real quick. It can. Again, we were talking about, like, you know, outlier guys, somebody that can, you know, out of the box that you're kind of thinking about. But if you can find me a pro hitter that's, like, later on in his career is okay to come off the bench, I mean, I'm not saying Carpenter, but like somebody that's been like that has won, right? That's not afraid of moments when it starts getting, when shit starts hitting the fan, right? Like I'm okay finding guys like that. Now it's on Cash to find them, but I think it's important to have those kind of guys on the team too.
What about can I give you a guy of a similar ilk who's like 5 years younger?
Okay.
Who can still play a little bit of corner outfield?
Who's that?
Eddie Rosario.
Oh, I like Eddie. Yeah. I like that. Contact guy.
Yeah.
He's got experience.
And the second his option was declined, which was a 1 year, $9 million left. I immediately tweeted he's in line to become like the most unfairly disliked Yankee, because that's me saying they'd sign him instead of trading for Soto.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, you gotta sign him and
but
Soto.
he would fit.
Right.
He would fit. Yes, I like that.
I've always liked Eddie Rosario. On those Twins teams, he was always in the middle of the lineup. He's not the highest on base guy, but that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. He does a lot of other things. Eddie Rosario.
I like guys that are just, pros. If you could get me a pro on the team that can be able to, there's certain people you get into dog days of summer or bad plays happen, and it's like you kind of let it trickle into other things, and that's a problem, right? Like I would like people on that bench that can be like, okay, well, we can figure this out. I've been here, I've been to a World Series, I've won a World Series or something. Like, I feel like if the Yankees want to win, you need people like that there.
But in the cases of both players you just mentioned, they're not perfect players, and we'd love them in the context of, the other big moves we have in mind. We adore these moves, but yes. And the Yankees themselves, like literally Brian Cashman said they needed a contingency plan for the inevitable Stanton injury.
Yes.
Not to mention like how he's performed for a year and a half now. Like you need real plans, real guys there. You're not going to get the perfect player, okay? They're guys that they know what they do well, they can hit, they can help. It's easy to see how they can cycle in, get some right field innings when Judge needs a DH day, right. Whatever. If they ever are willing to do Judge in left field days.
Soto's
over there.
In recent years, just haven't really liked our bench where it's like, yeah, it's nice to have kids up, but it's like only like what you're going to guys. In your problems is like inexperience. It's like it's tough to do, and it's tough for them, right? To put them in that spot. When there's expectation. Hey, save our season, kid. Stan just went down.
Oswaldo, save our season. How crazy was that? He wasn't even like one of the big prospects.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't think we can do a full memory lane
yeah.
Tim Raines came off the bench for some Yankees teams.
Oh yeah.
Daryl Strawberry.
Wade Boggs wasn't like the starting third baseman. Like he was like kind of sharing time.
Charles Chili Davis.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different era, but you can still have talented veterans on your bench because your bench every year has gotten a ton of play now that you need to start treating it differently.
Yes.
If there was a Talkin Yanks episode in May that Eddie Rosario isn't getting enough at bats, that would be a really good thing because that would mean the Yankees don't have a need for Eddie Rosario, which means the team's playing well and is healthy.
I agree.
But I wouldn't see that happening.
And
I don't want
if he were the Willie Calhoun role, that's such a better version of what that role
Eddie Rosario.
is. Yes.
That's what his ideal situation is.
Good point.
And we had Willie Calhoun doing that last year, then cut him, and nobody picked him up. And I like Willie; he can bang, but he honestly wasn't that bad. But man, would Eddie Rosario be a major upgrade in that role?
My final question for now. What was that?
I'm just thinking.
Okay.
What he said. Digesting BBD's thoughts.
We have to kick you out. JM Live New episode every Tuesday.
Oh, yes.
Coming out in a minute.
Probably live, still live at the time this episode released.
Can I just throw out a name real
Sure.
quick? I don't know if we've talked about him. And third base is the need for the Yanks, in my opinion. Right. So far, anything could happen. Would you guys be... He's a free agent. Would you guys be open to Turner? He's right-handed.
Justin.
And it has to do with other moves, yes. You need other moves. But as somebody that you added, would you be open to a Turner? He's like a vet dude, too. He's 39, though.
I'm open to it.
Hits.
I think he can still hit.
Yes, he can.
Still hit, plays.
That's got to be one of 4 moves.
Again, we're talking the obvious. If you don't know by now, if you've been watching and you still don't know that we want Cody Yamamoto, then
I don't know if I need the Cody Yamamoto.
If I could get
I would like Cody.
I'm not against.
I would like.
There's a
Ikumi.
chance.
I need
Yamamoto.
or
at least one.
Cody Moto. Hello, Moto.
I think Yankee fans would find a place for Justin Turner, but you just need a lot of other stuff.
It's what
you need a lot.
Jimmy
of
said
other
it
stuff.
in an early episode this offseason. Like the official ask would be like, yeah, we still need a net like 2 more lefties in this. 2 more impact lefties in here.
For every righty you add, you must add 2 lefties. That's like a
yes.
That's like a rule of thumb for the Yanks. That's how you got to look at it.
Yes.
If Bellinger, if Turner were added to this team, like that is Glaber is traded. Like I don't know what for. You figure that out.
Right.
And are you really better? He still hit. Turner hit.
Like Turner.
He didn't play a lot of third base last year. They have Devers. He can still do it.
How much solace can we find? Last question. If the Yankees make a lot of moves this free agency, say it's Yamamoto or maybe it's Snell, maybe it's another pitcher or 2 that equal that. Maybe it's an Eddie Rosario. Maybe it's Kiermaier. They're waiting for Dominguez to come back.
Candelario.
Maybe it's a Glaber trade. Maybe there's Candelario. What if it's... I didn't mention Juan Soto there. There's rumors Juan Soto will be traded. People are thinking Juan Soto is going to be traded. To make a trade, you need to meet the other demands of a trade.
Right. Other team has to like what you're offering.
The San Diego Padres could be yelling Jason Dominguez or bust. They could be saying a lot of things.
They could.
Juan Soto has 1 year left on his contract. If the Yankees they get an impact pitcher, Candelario, Kiermaier. They say the price for Juan Soto, it didn't make sense to pay it. They wait 1 year, and they do go get him.
They actually sign him.
So this time next year, who knows what happens with the Yankee season? Not super optimistic right now, but it's a season of baseball. A lot of things can happen. If they come out and they're like, hey, we didn't want to risk the farm for Soto when he was a year from free agency, and then they do sign him. Because I know if they don't get Juan Soto, the generational Dominican corner outfield, left-handed, incredible baseball player that the Yankees need so badly, you're not going to like that in any way, shape, or form.
The one problem with that is that in that scenario, it means that we did not get Cody Bellinger. Because then I don't think that the Yankees are citing Bellinger and Soto.
Right. If
they are, I would be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I would love that. But if they sign him and because they did not want to give up prospects that better pan out, if they did that and they didn't get Soto as a result of it, like if that's like the butterfly effect of all that, I don't like that. I'm not happy with that. If you get Soto next year, sure, I'm happy next year. This year I'm pissed because this is another year of Cole and Judge that you did not put the necessary things around them. And now I'm pissed and Judge will be pissed because it's like, what are we doing now?
Judge, April of next year, Judge turns 32. That means the next year's 33. His
Derek
body's
Cole just turned 33.
His body's in a lot better shape than mine, but
Yes.
I know around that age, your body starts to feel some different things. I think at any level. Garrett turns 34 next September.
Yeah.
The Yankees have a lot of work to do. I hope we get something juicy.
Today.
Maybe today. We hop right back on. We do that for the people.
Yeah, right away. I do that immediately. I'm looking at my tweets just in case. BBD's already on top of that, just in case. But
for now, the people can see you on Jam Live.
Yes.
On Jam Entertainment every Tuesdays, 11 to 1, live.
Live.
Jam Gaming.
Oh, yeah, we got a tournament
We got a tournament coming out.
Yeah, and some other stuff, too. So that'll
Mario Slugger.
Yes.
I got that right?
Yes.
Mario Sluggers?
Yes.
I played.
Mario Sluggers. Great tournament. Office tournament. I can't wait for people to see. A lot of drama.
Some Joe's McFly Sports, Pinstripe Strong.
Yes. There's that. And that's what I'm in right now.
Okay.
I don't like holiday music.
Oh, yeah, you and I are very aligned on that.
What do you mean?
I just think it's
Just nah?
like maybe and I'll talk about it on JM Live, but like playing that all day, like yesterday was a nightmare for me
That's fair.
in the office. Like
That's
Yesterday
fair.
it was
and that's
a
because I
nightmare.
worked
Calendar still
retail my
says
whole life.
November.
Yeah, that's fair.
and being in that store and listening to the holiday music, there's only but so many times that I can hear the same song.
Yeah.
Baby, it's cold outside. And that song is out.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah, that song's a little out.
Song's out.
That song's big out.
Good.
Couple lines in there. Can't say that. That's
Yeah.
bad. No, that's a good. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were talking like just running Christmas music for.
Yesterday at the
12
office
hours.
for those listening at home was just Christmas music. Spotify went until like 4 p.m. and then the people broke.
Yeah.
There was a revolt. I was really happy to hear that it happened.
Good.
But I'm not a Christmas music guy, not a guy that celebrates Christmas. I know some of the songs are secular.
It's got to be very in the background to the point you can't hear it.
You have to like
It's gotta be
you have to be like
lo-fi.
keying in.
Like if we're doing if it's like Christmas Day and it's in the background but you can't hear it.
Give me like lo-fi
okay.
music.
we can have like the day we're doing Christmas music. Calendar
Otherwise,
still said November.
It's kind of a
dog.
burst. It's kind of like 30, 45 minutes. Like I'm in the spirit.
Yeah.
I'm bumping around. There's a little snow.
There's
But
a gnome.
yeah, on loop, gnome. Thank you to Joe's McFly. Everyone go follow him at Joe's McFly.
Yeah, I'll keep it very,
Everywhere.
very simple.
That's pretty
everywhere.
Good. That's easy.
Joe's McFly. JOEZ.
Do you post a lot of content?
I do. I try.
You do.
Twitter,
A lot of
Instagram,
thoughts.
The answer to
Twitch.
that is 2. You do.
You do.
I do.
I've never seen anyone less shy to post an Instagram post.
You'll add stuff to that.
I've gotten more shy about it.
Yeah?
I mean, before. Way back when it was crazy. I had uncles calling me like, hey, what's going on? Like, are you, what's. Like when Instagram first came out, I had to go back and like delete all that horny shit.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, guys.
Joes. Thank you, BBD. John Boys, enjoy it. Thank you, Yankee fans. We will be back. I think we've got a fun episode coming out Thursday. I think we're gonna have a lot of people jumping in a little bit. So,
Yeah, Yamamoto.
and maybe we get some news by then. If not, let's go Yanks. Tell them, Grandma.
Go Yankees.